Hi guys, on this moody Monday morning, let me share something light-hearted with you. I came across this very interesting video entitled Cons of Dating and Marrying a Singaporean Man Part 1. It's from a channel called Gold Digger Channel on YouTube. So this seemingly young Singaporean woman wearing a mask, shaking her body while wearing a blue tiered maxi dress, is sharing her rags to riches story after marrying a rich man. She talks about stingy Singaporean men who bring water bottles to save money on drinks while going on dates, and the guys who want to go Dutch after ordering something expensive. Now, Gold Digger goes on to talk about how foreign women from neighboring countries dream of having a good life by marrying Singaporean men, only to be disappointed. Now, of course, we can't blame these women if the Singaporean men had been living like kings while they were overseas. Going cheap does give people the impression that you're very well off, not to mention the propaganda about how rich Singapore is. But reality sets in once you're home. Cross-cultural marriages are inherently problematic. But the problem faced by many local guys, even the well-qualified ones, is that they are just not good enough for women like Gold Digger. Now, if they were, then they would not need to go scouting overseas. Gold Digger goes on to show us some numbers, which seem to suggest that Singaporean men with foreign spouses are losers. Frankly, this is the first time that I've encountered such numbers, and as usual, they don't match my personal experience. I've no idea that guys like me ought to be poorly educated, and my family's per capita income is only $1,709. Within my social circle, there is a friend called R, who is an engineer, and he married a woman from China who is an assistant at the National Dental Center. Then there's Jay, who is the vice principal of a secondary school and is dating a Vietnamese woman. I attended Jay's brother's wedding some years ago. Let's call him K. Now, sadly, K soon got divorced from his Singaporean wife, who thought that he was not good enough for her. Now, K left Singapore to work in China. He's now happily married with his Shanghainese wife and their beautiful child. Then there is M, who is a regular in the SAF. His rank is Lieutenant Colonel, and his wife is also Vietnamese. Now, except for me, who is a poor and starving writer, these guys are all graduates earning 5-figure salaries. How did these pathetic numbers presented by Gold Digger come about? Now, allow me to offer Gold Digger an explanation. Our spouses are all PRs. Maybe, or just maybe, it's our government's habit of treating PRs as locals, so our cross-national marriages are not included in the statistics. Spouses of men with low education and low income will have difficulty getting PR. It's not my fault. I'm not discriminating. So these couples are the only ones included in the study. You come up with very skewed numbers, intentionally or otherwise. Now, let's not kid ourselves. As our women's standards and expectations get higher and higher, mediocre guys like me will either have to remain single, which is not a bad idea, or look beyond our shores. Now, finally, I'm not sure why this anonymous lady calls herself Gold Digger. Perhaps it's just a mischievous attempt at self-deprecation, or perhaps it's a dig at the CMI guys whom she had rejected and are now going sour grapes because she had found a much better catch. Seriously, the men have no right to tell the women to lower their standards and expectations. Now, the thing is, unlike Gold Digger, very few women, whether in Singapore, China, Vietnam, or elsewhere, would admit that they are choosy. Well, it's not what they say, it's what they do. This is something I read on The Economist some years ago. Tan, a Chinese dating app. On this app, Men using the app had expressed interest in 60% of the women they saw, but women were just interested in 6% of the men. Excluding scammers and fake profiles, I believe. Not choosy, the numbers don't lie. Okay, that's all the time I have for you now. I'll monitor Gold Digger's channel closely and see if there are more interesting things that I can comment on.